live from Columbia in high definition. This is WIS News 10.
Good morning and thanks for joining us this Saturday morning. I'm Megan Norman. We start with breaking news. 2 people have been arrested this morning for taking down the Confederate flag. A woman was seen right there climbing the flagpole on State House grounds around 6 o'clock this morning. She was secured by a harness, and the man securing the harness was also arrested. We're told that woman is from North Carolina. She was joined by a handful of others who say South Carolina lawmakers neglected to take down what they call, quote, a symbol of white supremacy that inspired the massacre in Charleston. As she was being taken away in handcuffs, I asked her why she did that.
Why did you do that?
Because it was the right thing to do, and it's time for somebody to step up. Do the right thing. We have to bury hate. It's been too long. It's killing us, literally. We can't do this. We can't be warring with each other all the time. It's not right.
Why not wait until lawmakers vote to take it down?
What is there to vote on? There's doing the right thing and there's doing the wrong thing. It's time for people to have the courage. Everybody who knows what the right thing is to do, we have to step up in love and nonviolence. We have to do the right thing or else it won't stop. Every day that flag hangs up there is an endorsement of hate.
She said every day the flag is up there, it's an endorsement of hate. Now, the Department of Public Safety confirms the arrest, but we're still waiting to find out the charges. Our Chad Mills is at the State House right now, and he is waiting on the start of a Confederate flag rally. Chad?
Well, Megan, you can see behind me the Confederate flag, the Confederate battle flag, I should say, is up. It does not appear to be damaged. It is back in place here on the State House grounds. That's what we can report to you right this minute. Of course, those 2 people were both in custody of protective services here at the State House. We're told it was an African-American female and a white male securing her harness, as you saw in the video there. It's a very slick flagpole, so it's quite impressive that they were able to do that. But again, they are now in custody at this time, and you can see there are a number of protective service agents out here right now. There's one over in this direction and one behind the camera at this point in time. They are expecting a crowd here today. In fact, there's someone already over there holding a sign saying remove the Confederate flag. That is actually Tom Clements. I don't think they have to worry about him as being another threat of removing this flag, but they are certainly out here protecting this flag at this point, or so it appears. That group obviously was saying, they said, quote, we call all people to join us and stand as a united front to take an active role towards liberating ourselves through the dismantlement of the largest form of our oppression, white supremacy. Let this day be a start toward true human progress. That was from the press release that they sent out a little while ago. They also quoted the person who climbed the flagpole in that release as saying, quote, we removed the flag today because we can't wait any longer. We can't continue like this another day. It's time for a new chapter where we are sincere about dismantling white supremacy and building toward true racial justice and equality.
All right, that was Chad Mills out there at the State House grounds. He said that there were several guards there now from the Bureau of Protective Services. Standing guard near that flag. Will bring you much more as the rally gets underway at 9:30. Now on Friday, House Speaker Jay Lucas and Senate Pro Tem Hugh Leatherman revealed the General Assembly will likely reconvene on July 6th to consider overriding Governor Haley's vetoes and could take up proposals to remove the flag. On Tuesday, legislators approved a measure allowing them to add the flag issue to their special sessions agenda. But given what's happened today, it's unclear how that will affect the process. Now, all of this happening a day after Senator Clemente Pinckney's funeral, and while the other 8 victims are being laid to rest. Our Billie Jean Shaw joins us now in front of Emanuel AME Church in Charleston. Billie Jean.
Good morning. Good morning, Megan. I am standing in front of Mother Emanuel, and if you look behind me, you could see that victims of Tywanza Sanders, family of Tywanza Sanders, Susie Jackson, and Cynthia Hurd are now lining up. Those funerals are today. Now, we just got the news about that woman who took that battle flag down this morning, and I asked Cynthia Hurd's family, what did they think about this in light of her death? I spoke to one of her cousins, Tyrone Chapman, and Chapman tells me that he does not believe the flag should have been taken down this morning in that way. He says there's a process. There are laws for those types of things. However, he says he does believe it should have come down, but just not in that way. He also told me that he believes it's disrespectful to his cousin, Cynthia Hurd, and the other 8 victims to have that flag on top or on state grounds. So, of course, we are going to hear more from them in just a few moments. I'm going to talk to some more family members. I also got a reaction from Reverend Jesse Jackson, and I'll make sure to bring that to you. In Charleston, I'm Billie Jean Shaw, WIS News 10.
All right, thank you, Billie Jean. 3 more victims will be laid to rest today. The funeral for Cynthia Hurd is at 11 o'clock at Emanuel AME, with burial following in the church cemetery. Services for 26-year-old Tywanza Sanders is set for 2 o'clock this afternoon at Mother Emanuel. And Susie Jackson, Tywanza's great aunt, will have a joint funeral with him this afternoon. Reverend DePayne Middleton Doctor's funeral is set for 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Visitation for Myra Thompson is from 5 to 8 on Sunday night, with her funeral at 11 o'clock Monday morning. Services for Reverend Daniel Simmons have not yet been announced. Pastor and South Carolina State Senator Clemente Pinckney was laid to rest Friday at a family cemetery in Marion County. Hundreds of people were there to witness the burial. Pinckney was buried next to his mother, uncles, and other family members. He was one of the 9 victims killed in the shooting at Charleston's Emanuel AME Church. Friends and relatives say they will remember Pinckney as a faithful man who loved helping people. On Friday, thousands of mourners went to Emanuel AME Church to pay their respects to Senator Pinckney. The crowd included state, city, and civil rights leaders. Activist Jesse Jackson and State Senator Marlon Kimpson greeted visitors and offered words of encouragement. Senator Kimpson says it felt great to see everyone reuniting to honor his friend. But he says Senator Pinckney never asked for that much attention.
He would be more concerned about making sure that his life, his legacy, is focused on empowering all citizens, ending the racial divide and bringing all citizens together in a united effort to have a progressive agenda.
Kimpson is a state senator from Charleston who worked alongside Senator Pinckney in the State House. The eulogy at yesterday's service was given by President Barack Obama. He was joined by First Lady Michelle and Vice President Biden, along with his wife and several members of Congress. Ryan Nobles has more on the final goodbyes to Reverend Pinckney. For more of our coverage from Friday's memorial service and today's events in Charleston, you can go to our website, WISTV.com. Well, Vaughn, now you were driving into work this morning and you passed by the State House on your drive-in. What did you see? I know it was a shocking scene to you.
It was a shocking scene because I was coming in a little earlier than normal with the potential for severe weather on the books for today.
Right.
And I saw a lady climbing the pole and taking down the flag. And as she was taking down the Confederate flag, I actually heard her saying the Lord's Prayer. As she was saying that prayer, once she reached the bottom, once she got down, and she and about 5 or 6 others there, they started saying, "We have nothing to lose but our chains." There were
nothing to lose but our chains.
But our chains. And there were a few other people who started to applaud. These people weren't with them, but you could see that there were about 5 or 6 people who were with them, and they kind of started to rally around her as she held up her hands and prepared to be arrested.
A lot of people in support of the flag coming down, but a few that I spoke with when I went out there said there's a process, there's a way to do this. So they wanted to see it come down, but maybe not in this way. And when I was speaking to some of the people who were with this woman, they told me she is out of North Carolina, as they are. They're just a group of what they call concerned citizens. They want to see change. They want to see the flag come down. Now, she was also reciting the Lord's Prayer as she was being taken away in handcuffs by the Department of Public Safety. And Chad Mills is at the State House right now. We'll have more on where things stand right now. The flag is back up at this time. We'll continue to follow this. Right now, we want to give you a live look at the State House, where the Confederate battle flag is flying once again after being taken down this morning by a woman out of North Carolina. We'll have more on this story after the break.